Oh, hey everybody, how you doing? I have to make this quickly because it takes 5-6 hours for this to load now on this stupid network. I can't wait to get back to Metro PCS. At least it's normal, but I think I gotta wait like 4 or 5 months, 6 months before I go back. They'll give me a free phone. This is just ridiculous. Stay away from Boost Mobile. That's for sure. All right, let's go ahead and tackle the markets. We'll get you caught up, and then we'll get you caught up on the news. All right? Hang on, where the signal is notoriously bad here. Okay, NASDAQ we'll start out with, the first one. Up 50 points, that's 20% of 1%. And now we will check out the Dow. Let's see what the Dow is doing. Dow Jones is up for almost 370 points, so it's up 0.75% to 51,000, a little bit over that. Okay, let's go ahead and check out oil. Let's see what oil prices are doing. Looks like they're going down. It's showing 87.65. Down 1.4%, so it's going to come down. The prices will come down at the pump eventually, a little bit. Probably get it for about $3.75 a gallon coming up shortly. I saw it, the lowest I saw it for was $3.95, and I got 3/4 of a tank of gas. I'm going to wait because the price will come down probably to $3.60 a gallon if it goes down any more, especially. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll check out Bitcoin. We'll see what's happening there. Bitcoin 73, it's down $300. It was at 75, wasn't it, yesterday? So, all the gay men investing into the Bitcoin realm, squirming in their seats, shall we say. Of course, there's more than just gay men. There are companies and this and that. But somewhere the gay men fall into there. All right, let's go ahead and the last one to do is gold and silver. Let's see what is happening with JM Bullion. Let's see if it's up or if it's down. Okay, gold's having a good day. It's at $4,570. Getting back on top of that 4,500 perch. And silver not having quite such a good day. It's up 35 cents at 76.38. Okay? Now we can get in and get to the Drudge Report and find out what is going on in this world today that we need to know about. Okay, who is this? Bandaged Bondi refuses to answer questions about the Don's Epstein files, tells lawmakers Ghislaine Maxwell should die in prison, blames Blanche for mess. Well, whatever. Okay, what has he done? Referring to President Trump. Trump in ruins, approval 34%. Pentagon recruits troops to watch UFC. 300 billion slush fund for Iran. I mean, that's $1/3 trillion, folks. It's a lot of money. Almost $1/3 trillion. Phew. Vietnam moves its dead for Trump golf course. Okay. A new U.S.-Iran deal could be useless as the last. I'm not surprised. UAE secret role in war involved dozens of strikes. Hegseth wife dons "This is war" shirt. Okay, and I guess this is what you do when you're Hegseth there. I guess that's Hegseth and his wife. Okay. I would say very controlled, wouldn't you? Very controlled. Okay, hackers leak My Pillow internal files. You know, you talk about a huck. The My Pillow fiasco, you know what it was? It was a little pillow that they put like a little adjustment thing on. And people were paying $50 for two small little fucked up pillows. I mean, there's an ass for every seat. Whatever. I'm not going to get into it. It's more of the same. Okay, they got a very manly looking Vlad here. Okay, very manly looking Vlad. Putin forever. Vlad's $26 billion quest for longevity. Well, can you blame him? Yeah, he's balding, but I mean, he's a pretty good looking man, all in all. Mini pigs, organ printing, chirotherapy, genetics. Russian drone hits building in NATO member Romania. Could invoke Article 4. Expand the war, in other words. Boom, big banks raking in profits. Bust, Americans behind on credit card bills. Telling me about it. I got fucking $400 to pay off. I don't even know how it happened. They approved me for a card, right? Which is like never happens. I got my card and I made a purchase and it didn't go through. So I purchased from another place because I had a $300 limit, right? They honored both of these fucking charges. So now it came out to $589. I've been paying that motherfucker for 7 months. $40 a month. So now it's down to like, I think I just saw that like $396. And it takes forever, when you make the slow go. Because I got 2 credit cards now. I got to pay these bastards. I'm glad I did it, though, because you know what? I tried to buy perfume today. You talk about a fucking retard. You're looking at one. They had that Azure After Dark. Now, I have it. I have plenty of it. I bought 24 pieces along with the Premier. 60 pieces. Folks, this is cheap. They had 101 pieces. I was going to take 48 and then maybe get another one. Another one. They're gone. So now probably the next time they're offered, they'll be up. The price will go up. Because of stupid ass me. Listening to my wife, telling me this and that. You don't listen to women. You just do what you're supposed to do. Pay attention to that, guys. Christ almighty. They're selling for fun. I saw them, they're $25 on eBay. At Amazon, they're $24.95. You don't want to pay $4 for that? Fucking retard I was. Keep going. Real estate agents quitting slow housing market. I don't blame them, man. You got to sell a couple of houses every month or you can't eat. I mean, you need to sell more than that. You need to sell like 1 or 2 a week to really make money. Sorry, folks. Mercedes-Benz may be shut out of U.S. market. Hang on, folks. Okay, back we go here. Back we go. Sorry, folks, I have to catch up to where I was at. Okay, I'm not talking about that movie. Poison, I guess the group that used to be the rock group Poison. Brett Michaels' latest act to pull out of Freedom 250 in D.C. threats and safety concerns. Shows evolved into something divisive. Cancellation list keeps growing. MAGA melts down. It's in D.C., so, I mean, it's a target, I guess. They probably just don't want to have anything to do with anything with Trump, is probably what that's all about. Farage is the guy from England, is facing his own menace on the right. World Health Organization puts Ebola outbreak death rate at huge 30 to 50%. They had something like that. I remember it a long time ago. The Ebola, it was in Africa, wasn't it? And it was real bad. Remember, folks, you worship me as a God on this channel, because when something comes down the pike, I will let you know what to believe and how much to believe. In other words, they're going to start telling us about this, and then I will sit here and I will absorb this and make my own determination, which you will believe also. Likely, if you subscribe to this channel. We got the more scared, the better, right? For them. Kenyan court suspends plans for quarantine unit for Americans. Extremely rare unorthodox aircraft reportedly seen flying over Texas. Let's take a look at that. Stand by. I work at this place, and I really mean what I'm going to say. What makes this place such a great place is the kids, the 17 to 20-year-olds. These kids are respectful, typically, and I don't give a shit if they're smoking pot or whatever it is that they do. They're good kids. We had a guard from, he's a South African guy, and I'll tell you something, they should have got rid of him. He wound up having a fight. He told the kids to go away from the pool or something because it was at night. Now, for me, being a softie, I probably would have let them stay out there. But this guy got into it, and I guess they called him the F word. It's what they call a cigarette in England. And this guy just lost it. And, this guard. And he got into a real bad shouting match. And I don't know why they didn't just let him go. He needs to go. You never, these people here have elevators in their homes, almost all of them. They're 3-story places. These digs here are well over $1 million. I think they're about 800,000 minimum, but I know a lot of them are a lot more. And they can buy you out 3 times or 7 times or 15 times over. And they know it. And I know it too. Just treat them right, and don't fight with them. Make a complaint with the company or your security guard company or whatever, but don't get into a shouting match with these kids. They're good kids. Yeah, they're going to say stuff, but they're good kids, and you can't teach that. That's what I just told the kid that came in here. I love this place because the kids are good kids. The parents can't teach them that. Truly. It's the personality of the kids. Because I've seen some of these places that I've worked, it's been a while, but I've seen some of these places where they have these lights that are all around the place. They'll break them. They do all kinds of stupid shit. They really do. And, you can't make any sense out of them. Believe me when I tell you, I'm in Pembroke Pines. I saw it with my own 2 eyes. Really crazy stuff. So really blessed in that way, because you don't see the police lights coming in here very often. Except when somebody checks out, like my good friend there, the pilot that just died. And I feel so bad for him because, sorry folks, I feel so bad for him because he was a real good provider for his family. I talked to the son many times. He was almost my age. The guy was around 85 years old and 86 or 87. And he flew those L-1011s, and I liked him a lot. And his name was Roger. And the human brain works in such a magnificent way. I believe what happened to him, he short-circuited. He's been like that for a long time with what I'm going to tell you. He was such a good provider. A lot of those pilots can get pussy on the airplane. I mean, those girls are oftentimes not what you think. They're highly stressed out girls that are hard. I know I used to have a condo, and we had one in there, and that girl had constant parties. The guys would kill each other to get to them and do all sorts of crazy things, shoot fireworks out the window, throw fire extinguishers from floor to floor, and all this kind of crap. So, and I don't think he did that. I think he was a real provider for his family, one of those kind of guys. And his wife passed away. I do not know what the circumstances were, but I'm sure he went to the funeral. And he put it out of his mind, and then he kept asking everybody where was his wife, that he had to find her. And this went on for several years until he just died a couple days ago. And it's amazing what the human brain can do. Because even though he was told multiple times every day that his wife died and that he was at the funeral, he insisted that she was lost and he needed to find her. And my theory on it was, not that I'm an expert or anything, I'm guessing, that he felt guilt about surviving his wife, because the wife's, I guess the women survive the husband usually, and in this case she didn't. And I think that was his way of not confronting the death. It's really strange. I mean, this can get really, really strange. Especially with things like babies and stuff like that, it can get really, really very creepy. The human brain works in really weird ways. Okay, let's see if we can get back to the Drudge Report. And it's taking us off, so let's finish this out while we're young, as Rodney Dangerfield used to say. And it's taken me to an ad, and now we are slowly going back. Okay, let's finish this out. So, let's see. Extremely rare unorthodox aircraft. What is it? What is it? Is the flies upside down, or what is it? Let's figure this out. Extremely rare unorthodox aircraft reportedly seen flying over Texas. It's a canard. That's called a canard wing. That's what went through my mind. And yes, we had a little boy die right where I throw my discs, my golf discs, within 300, 400 feet. There's a place there that one of these crashed when it was landing, and it went right to the little boy and killed the little boy in his home. And he was only like 4 or 5 years old. 6, maybe a 6. And good boy. They set up a little chair and a memorial there for him. I'm no fan of these canard wings because I didn't see the crash, but I know they're flighty. They've got that little nose wing. You can take a look at it for yourself. I've never been a fan of one of these. They have a motor, I believe, in the rear. They could have 2 motors. They could have a pushing and a pulling thing, but this one looks like it's a jet. A Beechcraft Starship 2000A, February 4, 1993. An image said to be a photo of an extremely rare aircraft flying over Dallas-Fort Worth. The Beechcraft Starship has been circulating on social media. Okay, talk about a non-story. All right? We got another guy that's flying a helicopter that is like a mini helicopter that pushes with the propeller from the rear. He's going to wind up killing himself because he's doing all sorts of odd things up there. It's only a matter of time, folks. So let's continue on here. That's what it was. That's why we're having such a hard time getting back to the Drudge Report. Okay, we're back. And we'll finish this out. Okay, hang on a second.